If you're in your 40s and you've hit lots of life goals, a career, a house, a family, the life everyone said you should want, but there's still something that's making you feel like you're failing, this is for you. Decades of proven amazing results in my career, and I let what happened in my business take me down. In this video, I'm revealing the underlying belief that I call the achievement paradigm that's actually running the show, and why no matter what you do, you can still easily feel like a failure. I spent years building the kind of job that every medical provider dreams of. Great pay, great hours, great doctors. I literally spent 15 years going from job to job, and each one was better and better. I hit all of my goals throughout my life, but I wasn't fulfilled, and so I started a side business. But when I started to build my business, something started to reveal itself. I started becoming very obsessed. When I did well and I was making money, I felt like I was doing a great job. I was amazing. I was a successful entrepreneur. But when I would have a bad month, I felt like, what is wrong with me? I should have this all figured out. I'm a loser. So it doesn't matter what we actually achieve. If we have an underlying belief that if we don't achieve, that we are a failure, that will literally erase all of the goodness that we've created over the years. But the crazy thing is, it took me 40 years to get to the perfect career. And then when I started my business, I thought that overnight it should be successful. That's just not how it works, especially as an entrepreneur. It takes years. It takes a lot of training. I had to learn things that I had never done. Of course, I'm going to have inconsistent results. But that's logical thinking. And what's actually going on is that I had this underlying belief that my results equaled my worth. So if I didn't have the results that I thought I should have, then it must mean that I'm worthless, or I'm a loser, or I'm failing. That is a really common belief that high achievers have. And a lot of us don't even realize it until we go out of our comfort zone and we start doing something else that we've never done before. Because leading up to that, everything else kind of comes easy to us. And it's because of the training we had our whole lives. So you're living within what I call your achievement paradigm. And there's this paradox because you've done everything right and you should feel successful, but there's some lack there. There's some sense that it's not what you want or you're not good enough. And unfortunately, it cancels out years of proven success. And it feels like shit. And it doesn't matter how many positive affirmations you tell yourself, you cannot override this underlying sense that you're failing at something. That's how you know it's a belief thing. When you can't just tell yourself something positive and you believe it, right? There's an underlying root belief that is in conflict with that positive affirmation. This is why just being more positive doesn't actually change your life. And it doesn't have to be just a new business. You could be a mom and have great kids, but 1 week of your teenager acting out and you tell yourself you're a terrible mother. Or there could be an athlete who loses a match and they think that they suck as an athlete and maybe she should give up. So you're living within this paradigm where you believe that your results equal your worth. And this sets you up for constant striving, needing to always achieve, needing to have that perfection. Because one mistake or one example of lack of results proves that you're a failure, proves your unworthiness. So you can sit down and you can list off all of your accomplishments, all of your achievements, all the things that you did right, and it's never going to make up for this underlying feeling of unworthiness that's always lurking. And the thing that is so important to understand is that this response, this belief system, is anchored in your nervous system. So you can't think more positive. You have to actually feel more positive. So the way to actually shift this is not to just tell yourself, oh, I should feel better about my achievements. I'm working hard. Of course, I'm new at this and my results are going to be inconsistent. That shit doesn't work. What you've got to do is you've got to reveal this underlying root belief system that you're living within. You've got to be able to say the belief out loud that I believe my worth is based on what I achieve. My results show proof of my value. And it's important to name that instead of just having this underlying feeling that you're a failure, because when you state what the belief is, then you can confront it. Then you can change it. So that was actually the first step. That's revealing the underlying belief system. The second step is to release this automatic response that happens in your nervous system. When you think about not achieving a result and that automatic feeling of failure, we need to disconnect that. And it happens at a mind, body, nervous system level. I actually have other videos that show you exactly how to reach this mind, body level. And I use tapping. So it's super powerful to accelerate this process. So please see my other videos showing you how to use tapping. But once you calm your nervous system down and you start to regulate your nervous system despite the results that you have, whether you have good results or bad results, then you can start to realign what you actually want to feel like. You can actually start to realign your beliefs. You can change it from my value is based on my results to no matter what I do, I am super valuable. And you literally can reprogram this into a new belief that you have. You can change your belief to I am building something new. So of course I'm going to have lack of results. Of course I'm going to have ups and downs. I'm not a failure because I don't have X, Y, or Z. So when I finally changed my underlying belief system, it was like a miracle. I could just enjoy my business. I could ride the roller coaster of results that go up and down. And I knew that my worth wasn't tied exactly to what my outcome was. I knew that my underlying value wasn't tied to my results. Not only does that release that feeling of failure, but you actually can enjoy the process of doing something new. So if this resonates and you would love to reprogram the belief system that's making you feel like a failure, this is exactly the kind of work that I do with my clients. But first, I would love to meet with you. It's just a 15-minute Paradigm Diagnostic Assessment where we're going to reveal your paradigm. We're going to reveal your belief system and why you keep feeling like a failure just because you don't have perfect results. This isn't a sales call. This is just a quick deep dive so you know exactly what you're dealing with, and then I'll leave you with a couple of steps that you can take to start implementing the change right away. But until then, be sure to subscribe so you don't miss any of my future videos. I can't wait till next time. Bye.